believe we peaked in the 90s. Come on, come on, come on, prove me wrong. Tuck your friendship bracelet back in your shell suit sleeve. Come on back in time with me.
Fiddle again, and hello, it's Vo, and welcome back to Project Zomboid. Our man Ramos Ravioli has woken up a little early. It's not too bad. It's not pitch black. We're coming on for a couple of thousand zombies killed. We're working our way through them. We've survived our brushes with death. Yeah, we don't want any more close encounters with zombies. Try and avoid any more injuries. We'll do our best. Our mousetraps are doing well. Regularly trading chocolates for rodent meat. Working on our next foraging skill book. Help us with the next couple of levels of foraging. The power has finally gone out. It's time to turn on the generator. We're going to turn off all the lights so we're not wasting power. You know, it wasn't an issue before. Thankfully, most of our stuff has stayed frozen. Power wasn't off long enough for everything to defrost in our freezers. Some of it is fresh, but some of it is still frozen. Gonna cook up some of the good stuff. Sort out all our food. Yeah, things that are wild, that's not a state of decay, that it's not going to go down in freshness. So I think we can keep all them in a cupboard and not worry about it too much. These stale ingredients, probably not going to get round to making into a salad. We can make a composter. That'll help us with our farm so we can get our crops fertilized. Never had one go in long enough for the rotten food to turn into fertilizer. Not quite sure how that works, but it's an option for the medium and long term. Much like our rain collectors, want to put the barrels in just the right places so we can plumb in our washing machine and our sink. Yeah, we're aiming to have the rain collectors directly above where the sinks are. Sort of counting squares as we're going up the stairs. Getting everything put in the right place. Yeah, we'll make one for this top sink, but it doesn't give us an option. I have no idea why. But it is right above that sink. But never mind, we'll press on because we have plenty of planks and plenty of garbage bags to make these wonderful rain collectors. Don't know how many you would need to keep your cell going. We're certainly going to have more than enough. Going to move our sink. Don't need an actual bathroom. Get that one plumbed in with its own collector. Gonna continue the fencing along here a little bit. Make sure we don't fall off the edge. Keep working on our next layer. So we can go to bed in the comfort of a box in a box in a box. As I say, it's all about feeling safe. If they're determined to come for you, find their way through, given enough time. The generator makes quite a lot of noise that attracts the zombies. We need more hinges and doorknobs as we expand the base out. Make these extra layers and extra rooms around the store itself. Gonna need all the doors. And we can put windows next to doors so we can see through. Make sure we're not walking into a disaster. And as soon as put windows in, we'll want to put another layer of protection in. Yeah, we'll just keep working on it as we go. Try and create an awesome base. Free log. Yeah, the foraging's giving us good stuff. Yeah, it's definitely worth working on. As you level up, you get more useful items, bigger items, rarer items that are going to give you more XP. Yeah, that feels good. They can just flop their way through any of those frames, but never mind. Door makes you feel safe. So we've disassembled the toilets. We're not going to need that. Thankfully, that's not something we have to worry about in the game. We've got enough to contend with without having to worry about going for toilet breaks. Yeah, we'll create some storage. Wow. Yeah, an element of danger. Yeah, we're just too successful in killing all these zombies. We've created speed bumps for ourselves. We're on the mad dash now to try and just go into every kitchen of the places that we haven't yet been into in the gated community. Sort out any lurkers. Yeah, the stuff in the freezers is defrosted, and now it's fresh. So we want to get it all back to our freezer, as much of it as we can. Sneak in to these houses and sneak back out again without taking on any of the zombies inside or getting distracted by the lure of more loot. The party in this house, they've got their little party hats on. Thankfully they form a nice orderly queue. Again, we want to sort out the zombies before we do any looting. Make sure they don't creep up on us. Yeah, this party was awesome. There's loads of them here. For not much loot. Yeah, I want to get as much of this as possible. Squid, I don't think I would have wanted him eating that anyway. Have our mandatory Siggy break. Pretty successful. There'll be a few places that we'll have missed, undoubtedly. Friendship bracelet, yes. We made another friend. So yeah, we come back with all our loot, all our precious foodstuffs that we can get into the freezer. Gonna make our composter. We can put any rotten food in. See if we can let it go long enough that it turns into fertilizer. Yeah, pretty successful. Get all our loot away. Have another Siggy. Read some more of our book. Flip the car again in exactly the same place. Get a level of long blunt. Courtesy of our fantastic crowbar swinging. Yeah, there are still zombies about. That's one bad thing about sort of bumping them all off in the same place. You create a big sort of pile of them. Will act as a fantastic Dukes of Hazzard style ramp. Not ideal. Yeah, we could take the stale and rotten stuff for our composter. Yeah, that's low priority. I think we'll generate enough rotten food of our own. This house has zombies in it. I want to see if any of them have noticed me before turning my back on them to go to the fridge. See if I can sort of lure one in. They don't seem to appear. The second I go into the putting it in the bag animation, I'm worried they're going to start coming towards me. Appear out of nowhere, jump scare. We dodged that. Yeah, it's a risky business, turning your back on the open plan place that may or may not have Zeds in it. I want to be careful. More than food rich. Especially after 2 lacerations. Oh dear. Can you hear the windows breaking like someone knows we're in here? Yeah, managed to escape unscathed. There are still zombies about, but we're not stopping to bump them off. Need to get all the stuff back to the freezers. Go machete, OP. Yeah, with the migration, the wandering of the zombies, you do have to often clear the same sort of place 2-3 times sometimes. Depends how long you leave it in between. And if there are any sort of meta events, noises that are going to draw them in. I'm sure the rain makes them wander as well. Another level of maintenance. It's also good on the crowbar. Save our machete's condition. Only when it's this many. 3 or 4, yeah, I can probably sort it out with the crowbar. 5 or 6, yeah, maybe machete time. That's it, you've got to know when to switch to a better weapon. That's caught me out before. Trying to level specific weapons. Try to level up your short blade and not switching away from it. Trying to take on like 10 zombies just using the little hunting knife, you know. You've got to know when you're taking on too much. Make a tactical retreat. Live to fight another day, you know. doing well at getting all this food. Not getting jumped as we're doing it. Still have no idea what that remulad is. I know it comes in bottles. Can't use them as water bottles if you throw it away. But yeah, I have no idea what it is. Don't know whether we should be excited to see it or not. Can't resist a cheeky shed. Hoping to get more nails, boxes of nails. Axes. Useful. I don't think we're necessarily going to need another generator. But we do need more propane. I want to keep making metal walls around the base. Yeah, I've still no idea why the minibus stopped working. I can slowly but surely move all the stuff. Yeah, I'll end up with cars everywhere. Gotta try and tidy some up and bring some back here. Now that our generator is making lots of noise, and we want to sort of finish off this room, make sure that the zombies can't easily get to it if they're attracted by the noise and they're sort of close enough to the base, which hopefully they won't be anyway. But yeah, you never know. It's getting tired about 6. Done some reading. Want to go back out. Gonna try and pull the minibus out the way. That way we can get to the trailer. Smoke as we're driving out. Yeah, there's still lurkers. Yeah, the more that we leave behind, the more can creep it up on us later. He is getting tired. The vitamins ain't cutting it. Fighting when tired is not a great idea. It would be less effective. Yeah, if it's only a handful, we should be okay. Decent loot on this zombie. So we nailed some more vitamins and managed to get rid of the tiredness moodle. Back not long after, stealing some metal shelves from the back of the VHS store. We can cover up the windows both sides, and we can open the sheet curtains that we made to protect ourselves in the beginning from prying eyes. Once we get this next layer of set up, we can let more light come through, and then we won't be so reliant on our generator lighting the way. Losing a little bit of weight, but we've made it to the 2K. Yeah, needs to eat some more ice cream. Keep up the calories. That's the go-to. You're losing weight. Just nail a whole tub of ice cream. Yeah, this is the next stage of the long haul. Let's Once the power goes out. Don't want to stray so far away from the base that your gas runs out in the generator. And all your food starts to go bad. So it's other things to think about. Need to keep a supply of gas to keep the generator going. So that means trips back and forth to the gas station, which isn't that far, but we've got to remember to turn the generator off at the gas station so that doesn't run out. Gets to sleep at a decent time, up at 5, a little early. Still seems a little dark. Yeah, we'll resume munching. Want to get up closer to 80. Certainly don't want to lose enough weight that we're going back to being underweight, slightly underpowered. Read a little bit more of the book. Wait for the place to get a little lighter. And see what we're doing. Less potential to get jumped. So we unload the extra loot that we had waiting in the trailer. Good stuff from our survivor homes. And we're back. Trying to get some more of these Zeds taken care of. Resume looting all the good stuff that we overlooked when we were on the mad rush to just get to the kitchens. We're in the good houses, so should be good loot. If not powerful and rare loot, then there's certainly lots of it. Yeah. Hiding all this time in this tiny little cupboard. Just waiting for someone to come along and open the door. Yeah, shame it was Ramos ravioli. They stood no chance. Yeah, easier to take them on at that angle. The one that last got us. Yeah, just a minor targeting error. Can mean the end for your character. If you do perish, you can select a new character and go and take over your previous character's life. Find their zombie form, take all the stuff back off them, all the keys and everything, and go and take over their base. I've just never done that. It's always, oh well, back to the beginning, try again. Yeah, I know Riverside quite well from trying this many times. Yeah, we're getting decent stuff. I'm hoping for more nails, maybe a wood axe. Yeah, other than that, it's not much we need. We're doing pretty well at getting stuff. More propane. Could be propane tanks in the garages. Another machete, maybe. Yeah, these are all ideals. But we're getting decent stuff anyway. Empty gas cans will be useful. The more the merrier. Can make fewer trips to the gas station. Just take a whole bunch of empties with us. Fill them all up. Pop them in the trailer, take them back again. That should be the way forward. We'll see with how many things we've got running, how long a full generator tank lasts. Hopefully we won't need to refill it that often. Because it dictates how far you can go roaming around. Certainly be concerned about trying to spend a night far away, then come back the following day. But how much gas you would have left. As I say, it depends on how many appliances and lights and things you got going on. The power drain on the generator. How long the fuel's going to last. Yeah, we don't have that many houses left in the gated community. We've worked our way through quite a few in their entirety. The other ones we've just popped into. Yeah, there are still plenty of places. Out to the west. It's more sort of rural farms and sporadic buildings and things. These houses are going to be the best for urban loot and supplies that the sheltered would like. All the comfort food. Out in the rural places, it's more packets of seeds and good luck. Yeah, this is definitely the prime loot that we'd get in these houses. Plenty of containers. Plenty of disassembly opportunities. Keep getting that XP. Plenty of wardrobes with hopefully decent clothing. And bags. You do often get firearms as well. When we get out into the rural areas, it's better to be using the shotgun to start off with, to get your aiming level up, so you connect with more shots. But it's very loud, so you want to be in a big open area where you can assess the threats and which ones are coming first and move if you need to, prioritize things, back up. Think about exit strategy. If you suddenly run out of bullets, which way would you thread between all the zombies to get away? Yeah, similar tactics for battling. But yeah, you'll always draw in more than you expect. 'Cause the shotgun is very loud. And if you're in an urban area, you really don't know. They're coming out from every direction. Turn a corner and there's 20 coming at you that have been alerted by the noise. Yeah, definitely riskier than being in a more open area. Yeah, there'll be plenty of opportunities for that. It's a big country club, which usually has plenty of zombies there. Interesting loot and furniture and things that we might want for the base. Did lose a character there. Perishing to just too many zombies. Yeah, some of these places I've never quite conquered. But this is going to be the run. I've got a good feeling. Can get everything done. Clear out all of Riverside and the surrounding area. Country club, everything off to the west. Yeah, we've got our next level of framing done. And the next side of the base. Just needs the metal walls now. Yeah, we can put cupboards, like the kitchen cupboards, into that next layer. Create a little porch area. More storage for the different skills. One area for all our metalwork stuff, and one for all our carpentry stuff, and keep everything organised. Yeah, super awesome base is going to have enough container space for absolutely everything. We do have some stale stuff we can mix up into a salad. Shows it up a little bit. I want to keep eating. Try and get that weight up a little bit. Salad ain't gonna do much good. It's better than the stale stuff turning into rotten stuff. Yeah, it's difficult to keep on top of prioritizing all the food as it starts to go out, you know. Exciting, a spear with a knife attached to it. Yeah, we'll take that. Hopefully it's still got a few more hits in it. Yeah, a spear with a hunting knife in decent condition. Spears are pretty good that you can get a little bit more distance away from the zombies when you're fighting. Make you feel a little bit safer. But they break very easily. Especially if you've got a low level of carpentry and a low level of maintenance. Like at the start of the game. Your spears are going to break very frequently, so you need lots of them. If you're going to be taking on a small to medium clump of zombies. If you have just one, get ready to have a backup weapon. But if there is just one zombie that you're facing, you're not getting attacked by multiple, you can get one hit, one kills, like a critical hit with a spear. You can also do that with the knives. Reach in and just do an animation where you sort of stab them in the gut and get them down in one. But they only do it if it's a sort of relatively safe situation, that there's just that one zombie. If there's a bunch of them coming at you, and that animation is going to take too long and you'd be attacked by the other zombies, then it won't do it. Keeps you safe in that way. Saves you getting locked in the animation. But yeah, once you get your carpentry level up to the top, your maintenance level's up a couple, the spears that you make will be better quality. They'll last a bit longer. Once your spear level starts to go up, you're doing more damage with the spear. So yeah, it can be very good. The garden fork counts as a spear. Some things count as a spear. It'll help you get your level up, get you some XP. It definitely gets exponentially better as you level up all your stuff. Good for big groups when you want to keep a bit of a distance. The crowbar is pretty good as well, giving you a little bit of extra distance. Better than your short weapons like your hammers or whatever. Your meat cleavers. Yeah, I love me a crowbar. And you almost never break one. I don't think I've ever broken a crowbar just with use. Maybe once. I've just worn it out. So I don't need loads and loads of spares, but just something about a crowbar. Yeah, you never know, I might need it, Yeah, you always want to be a loot goblin and take absolutely everything. Still pretty bad for it. Taking non-essential stuff. It's good to have multiples of things that you're gonna go through. And you obviously need a lot of these consumable materials if you've got a big project. You're gonna be doing a lot of work. And food, yep, you always want enough food for like 10 years, even though you're gonna survive for 1 week. Yeah, that's one of the reasons for going for longer days, changing it from 1 hour days to anything more than that. Slows things down a little bit. Can enjoy the roleplay of it a little bit more. You're not just a machine trying to go from one thing to the next, doing everything to battle a time, trying to min-max things. Trying to get all this food before the power goes off. Things are a bit more relaxed and you've got more time to do things. It's more enjoyable. You can have days where you just do side quests. Work on a random skill or just read books and you're not at the pressure to go and do certain things. Whether it be get the food or get more gas or weaponry. Yeah, give yourself time. In the apocalypse, you wouldn't be in a rush. Be your own boss, making your own time. Obviously, you wouldn't be aware that the power would be going off imminently, you know. Might not be that surprised when the power grid failed, but I don't think it would be on your mind, like, it's going to go off any day. I'm sure of it. Probably be a surprise. Much like the water, you would think that would stay on, certainly longer than the power. Yeah, all these things you take for granted. In the apocalypse, everything starts to fall apart. Because the roads aren't maintained, you start to get vegetation growing through the concrete. To the point, if you survive long enough, you start getting bushes and things getting in the way that you could actually crash your car into. Another homeowner, at least in a bigger space than just a little cupboard. And all this fun stuff. They didn't even dye their hair blonde. Trapped in here for weeks. I think they would have had some fun with it. But no, just busy waiting silently on the other side of the door to attack. Alright, their determination sadly didn't pay off. Ramos Ravioli gets another mark. Yeah, he It's like 2,000 for 2. Pretty good score. We're still working on our electronics, diligently disassembling everything we come across. Working on our carpentry. Yeah, carpentry is usually the first one you're going to max out if you're surviving long enough to max out your skills. All our base building. Hopefully we'll max it out soon enough. The generator is about half used up from when we turned it on. Sort of gauge how long it's going to last us. The current freezers and everything we've got set up. Got our level of farming from harvesting some crops. That'll be another thing. We have to check if we need to get onto the next skill book for farming. The fish is quite filling, much like ice cream. It's a good thing to keep our weight up. Especially the bigger fish that we catch. So we can level up fishing a bit. I think that's us found all the food that we're going to find from people's fridges and freezers. Let's say we've probably missed some places. Maybe some industrial fridges or whatever at the back of a restaurant or something that we haven't been to yet. Country club area probably has some. All those rural houses will have fridges and freezers, but we can't worry about that now. I reckon we've got enough to keep us going before we have to resort to rodent meat and radishes and lettuces and things that we've grown ourselves. Guess we can mix it all in. Have some grim food followed by some tasty food. Balance it out. Yeah, we want to get our farming XP book read so we can maximize our gains. Got a lamp that we can use instead of turning on the lights. Once we get our electronics leveled up, we can create the battery connector, pop a battery into the lamp. That way we won't be using any electricity to light these rooms. Super tired. Yeah, you slept through to 6, that's better than 5. We've woken up, want to check the generator, make sure, see what percentage we're at. Yeah, we're doing alright. So we can top it up. We can add fuel. When the condition of the generator goes down, we can fix it. That's where we use our scrap electronics that we're getting from disassembling all these things. Because we've been pretty good at disassembling electronics. Yeah, we've got loads of scrap electronics. Little bits of wiring and stuff. We can use that to fix up the generator. I think that gets us a little bit of XP as well for electronics. But it would certainly run out of fuel before the condition of it running would go down enough that it could explode or whatever. I think that is a possibility if the condition goes down to the single digits or whatever. But I presume the condition doesn't go down while it's not running because it's run out of gas. So yeah, I can't see a situation where we'd run out of condition before gas. Managed to get a level up of cooking from using our fantastic oven. We're reading our farming book in between while things are cooking. Multitasking master. Okay, and that's going to use up power as well as using our washing machine that we don't really need. It's more cosmetic than anything. Got an empty bottle. He needs to fill up his water bottle before he starts getting parched. We haven't had any rain yet, so our fantastic sinks with our connected water collectors, yeah, not much good yet, but you know, once the rain starts to fall and they all start filling up, I'm sure we'll have more than we need. Yeah, I think you can refill these water coolers if you've got a big container of water on you. I think you can add water as well as take it away. If you want it to be super efficient, when the rain collectors were full, then you could transfer the water into pans or whatever and store it. Make sure your water coolers are all full. Yeah, it depends how much water you need. I guess it's better to have more than enough than not quite enough. Moving out of the driest part of the year. Hopefully we'll get some rain soon. Let's grow these crops. Yeah, the radishes don't have much nutritional value. Certainly get us XP. And it's time for harvesting them. Yeah, they have different grow rates, different nutritional value, different number of seeds for each plant. They can get diseased, but if you keep a space all around them so they're not touching another plant, and the disease should just stay in that one plot. Yeah, good in the medium to long term. You want to stagger it better, so you're not having loads of things already at the same time and not enough fridge and freezer space for it all. Hopefully planting a whole bunch of different things just naturally avoid that. So we head back out. Want to check all these bodies, make sure we're not missing any watches. We're picking up any decent loot off them. And maggots for fishing. And the bodies will disappear after a wee while. So if you do want to rip up the clothing, take anything off them, you've only got so long to do it before they turn into a skeleton and all their stuff just disappears. Yeah, as long as you've got scissors on you, you'll be able to rip up the denim and leather items to get the better fabric strips for your tailoring. Armor yourself up a little bit. So yeah, we're still looking for more propane, more boxes of nails, useful tools like more propane torches that have propane in them, wood axes. Yeah, I'd take another machete. Metal sheets are good. Obviously disassembling the bigger metal things. We're getting the XP, but we're also getting the metal sheets. That will help us with our metal walls back at the base. These are great storage as well, these metal shelves. So it's a balance between, do you want to disassemble them for the XP and the raw metal, or do you want to take them for more storage? There's still going to be plenty of kitchens with cabinets that we can use for storage. Don't mind too much sacrificing a bunch of these awesome metal shelves. Yeah, the car wrecks are pretty good for generating materials from disassembling them. Not every crashed car is ready to be disassembled, they're not that badly damaged. Got a friend hiding behind the door, thankfully banging on it so we could see the door moving. Be disappointing to get tagged by this one and come into the room and there's nothing in it. Fought the zombie for nothing. Yeah, we can always take the shelf or disassemble it. Yes, we would prefer that their shelving has loot with it. But beggars can't be choosers. Again, we're on the disassemble. Keep working on those wall frames. Get all the way around the front. And we want some roofing. And we want safety fences around the roof so we don't fall off. Yeah, we'll keep going. Keep expanding the base. Keep getting that XP by disassembling. Top up our nail supply. Yeah, keep working on this roof. Yeah, we've got plenty to be getting on with. The place is starting to look awesome. The roof of the store itself is a bit odd. We'll try and sort out that. It's difficult to tell with the perspective where you can walk and where you can't walk. Which level you're on, how things match up. See if we can sort of square that off when we do some more work on the upper level. Yeah, you want to expand out the way as much as possible. Create the biggest sort of bottom floor. It's easier to work your way up without having to go all the way to the edge and creating a dangerous situation where you can fall off and break your legs. Yeah, trying to eat well. Some stale frozen stuff, which is not good. Didn't get back to the freezer fast enough. Get that cooked up. I'm sure if we just eat them, you'll be a little bit sad. You can put them into something else. Maybe make like a burger salad. Mix it in with something else. We'll see if it makes us sad just by eating one. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it wears off a little bit. You can always counterbalance it if you've got plenty of gas station sweets. Get the happiness back. The second one didn't even make us feel sad, so yeah, it's obviously not that bad. So we'll read until 10. Eat our third stale, cold burger. Lovely. Yeah, he's pretty sad now. He's feeling a little sad. Oh, poor him. Come on, it's the apocalypse. You're gonna have to toughen up a little bit. We'll give him his ciggy. Should we treat him and give him some gas station sweets, make him feel a little better? No, he's okay. He doesn't need it. He's had his ciggy. That's cheered him up. We'll send him off to bed. We'll come back next time and pick up where we left off from. Until then, do take it easy. And I'll see you all in the next one.